Welcome back to PlayStation Live from E3. It's time to talk about Rage 2. So we're here with Tim and Magnus. How you guys doing?
Great. It's great. It's great to be here.
So what's really interesting about Rage 2 is that this is like a combination of two studios between Avalanche and id Software. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yes. So id Software, we are known for first-person shooters, Doom, Quake, Wolfenstein. And Avalanche Studios, of course, known for open-world chaos games. So we've always admired Avalanche Studios. So to have the opportunity to work together to bring that true id Software first-person combat to a real open-world game has been a dream come true.
Yeah, you can really feel that id influence on the combat. A lot of comparisons have been made since the trailer come out, saying, "Wow, this feels like open-world Doom. It looks awesome." And then obviously you have Avalanche with the expertise in the driving mechanics from Mad Max, and it looks like you're bringing that in. You talked about if you can see it, you can drive it. How crazy is it to try and put these ambitious mechanics together? How difficult has that been?
No, I think it's been surprisingly smooth, I would say. I think we're the philosophical thought behind everything we do at both studios is kind of the same. We love crazy, over-the-top action, so does these guys at id Software. That's what we have been doing, both studios. Both studios here is relatively small, so we work in a similar way. So I think we had so much in common when we started out, so it just fell into place more or less from day one. It's been fantastic collaboration between us.
Cool. Yeah.
So what are some of the big enhancements and improvements going from Rage to Rage 2 that you want people to know about?
Yeah, so if you've played Rage 1, that's great. If you haven't, don't worry about it. We got you covered. Rage 2 delivers on the promise of the original. The original game, we struggled a bit with some of our tech, and we had separate areas that you had to load into. This game, it's all seamless. There is no level loading. You drive around, you fly around, you jump out of your vehicle, you got your guns, you go. And it's really been a refreshing change. It's been awesome.
I want to talk a little bit more about the vehicles you were talking about, driving around, flying around. How many different types of vehicles, what kinds of different driving experiences are we going to be seeing here?
Well, we will cover quite a lot of different ones. We started out with the first game, looked what was there. There was a quad bike and normal-sized cars, and we wanted to push that much further. So we have those, of course. We have motorcycles as well. We're pushing into a monster truck that is really awesome. You can go everywhere with that. It's Tim's favorite toy. So you can play for an hour with that one.
That sounds awesome. I want to drive a monster truck.
Yeah, exactly. It was there. You missed it. This is the Vector. That's the normal car that you will drive around mostly. It's your little precious toy. You have a number of vehicles that are kind of your basic ones, but everything is drivable, as you said. If you see it, you can drive it.
And is it different types of weapons on different vehicles? I see like machine guns mounted on this one.
Exactly. So different. You see the Goon Squad vehicles over there. You can steal those out in the world, and you have a different weaponry than you have on your weapon or your car as well. But also on your car, you can select between different things to use in that car, both defensive and offensive weapons. So it's customizable in that way. And a lot of explosions going on in the vehicle combat because we love that stuff.
So how fun has it been designing this game for intentional chaos? Because as we saw in the announced trailer, it looks incredibly insane.
Well, when we set out to make Rage 2, the first thing we said is more crazy than Rage. And Rage was pretty over the top.
Right.
So that's been the lens that we have looked through every design decision, from the gunplay to the nanotrite to the jibs, to the explosions, to the vehicles, to the colors, to the pink. We've gone more crazy than Rage because we want this to stand apart. We want this to be an engaging environment, and we feel we have something special, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Everything is taken. We took what was in the first game, picked out the things that we loved most. So the combat is obviously based on what you did there. You see in this sequence, the player character uses the wing stick a lot, so that is returning. And we have this.
By the way, this. Where can I get this?
Yes, this is the collector's edition Rage 2. It comes with Ruckus.
Wait, it's real?
Yes, it's absolutely totally real. And the voice is Andrew WK. Yes, so you can pre-order that right now.
That's fantastic. I just thought it would be a gag saying, "Oh, give me one of those," but you can actually get one.
You can buy one.
get
yeah.
one.
That's excellent.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
So can you tell us a little bit more about this overdrive mode and how it affects combat?
Well, the overdrive mechanic is a internal game loop in the combat system that while you are in combat and the better you are performing, the better higher kill streak and the more crazy you take care of your enemies, the more overdrive power you will get. And when you kick off the overdrive, then everything gets amplified even more. So the weapons are more powerful, your abilities are more powerful, and your melee strike just knocks people around, and you have a great time. You see it here. And then, you can, if you get really good at the game, as you will after a while playing it, you can almost use that to just keep it going. Like our lead game designer, he's just awesome. He's strange when you look at him. He's just almost chaining them together because he's so good at it, and so it's really a thing that player can learn to use in a good way.
We saw some really crazy combo attacks and different weird weapons in here, like some kind of weird anti-grav grenade you throw and it lifts everyone up in the air and then you can shoot them. What kinds of other crazy stuff are you guys doing?
So one of the big new things in Rage 2 are the nanotrite abilities. In the original Rage, it was basically used to revive yourself, but we've expanded that to really be an integral part of the combat. So one of the great things about Rage 2, and what Magnus was talking about, is that you can combo these things. So you can throw a guy up in the air, you can ground slam him, and then shatter him before he hits the ground. And that intensity and that combo fighting really gives it a unique and over-the-top feel.
Is it a situation where you build up your overdrive faster if you combo moves together?
Yeah,
awesome.
yes.
Right, so what can you tell us about Walker, the guy who you're playing as in Rage 2?
So Walker is a new hero, not from Rage 1. Unlike other id Software games, Walker has a voice. He talks. And so Walker will fill in the backstory. He'll give you context to what's going on. He has his own journey that he is on. And that helps kind of build a more likable, relatable character and a richer story.
So we talked a lot about kind of embracing the chaos and the gameplay here and just making things insane and taking it up to 11 and everything. Is there a line that you guys ever hit where you're like, it's too crazy, let's scale it back a little bit?
Well, we're trying, but
trying to find that line.
The harder we push, the more fun we think it is. So we just keep going and let's push it even further. And until now, neither me or Tim have said, nope, that's too crazy. So
That's a good answer.
We'll take it until the game breaks.
Yeah.
And then we'll say, is it really bad that the game broke?
Can we make it so the game doesn't break when we do that?
Yes.
Cool. Speaking of that, are you guys making things crazy and pushing it to 11? Are you guys doing anything interesting with PlayStation 4 Pro?
So if you have a PlayStation 4 Pro, I encourage you to get one of those. And then it runs at 60 hertz, and that is our fastest platform there.
There we go.
So yes, definitely play it on the PS4 Pro.
Fantastic.
That's fantastic. One last thing before we go that you'd like everybody to know about Rage 2.
So it comes out in the spring
Okay.
of next year. It really is a marriage of two great studios that have brought years and years of experience together to make something truly unique.
Yeah, absolutely. It is as you said in the beginning, if id styles hardcore combat within a Avalanche Studios open world. In my mind, it's just a unique combination of two studios' skill set that forms a experience I haven't seen before.
I'm ready. I'm ready to rage.
I'm ready.
Ready to rage.
Thank you guys so much for telling us more about Rage 2.
Our pleasure.
Perfect. And we'll be back live from PlayStation at E3 in a minute. Stay tuned.
PlayStation